Good morning, traders. It's Trader Rob. Today is Thursday, September 25th, day 18 of the challenge. 4 trading days left, including today. And if you guys watched the video from yesterday, it was kind of a real bloodbath in the markets for me. I did a lot of journaling yesterday, and I pretty much liked every setup that I took. Minus one's ES trade there that kind of didn't make sense. Bad entry, missed TP by, I don't know, maybe about 2 ticks, and then went to a massive stop loss that I even took a second re-entry on. So even though the second re-entry, in my opinion, was a good re-entry, pretty much right at my entry line again. But it just didn't pan out. And I got a little fooled yesterday with the market. There was a setup there. I highly encourage you to watch, even though it was my biggest losing day of the month for sure. There was a trade there that, if you guys, I had some really good commentary. It's the first one. It was my biggest loser. And, I spotted something very strange on the volume profile, and it was not matching up with what I also saw on the order book. And it was, to be honest with you, yeah, it sucked to take a loss like that. But at the same time, I take it as a really good learning experience, because now I journaled the shit out of it. I went into replay mode. I took screenshots of what the volume profile looked like, and also what Bookmap. Luckily, both of my platforms have NinjaTrader and Bookmap have a very awesome replay feature. Took screenshots of everything, put it in my journal, and now I have that in my playbook as something that I definitely can look out for and kind of know what the market might want to do the next time that exact sequence kind of plays out. It'll never play out exactly, because the markets are never exactly duplicate, but for me it was a great learning experience. So you're probably looking at these entry and take profit here. Yes, I did take a trade this morning. I've got it on video, so it'll come in right after my intro here. And it was a really nice trade. To be honest with you, I was in the shower while the trade happened. I just left a limit order. It was a signal that I had posted in my Discord signal service. Let's see what day that was posted. Trade signals. That was posted on the 18th. So that was last week. Last Thursday. So exactly a week from now, that signal was posted with exact TP1, TP2. And when I got on the charts at about 6 in the morning, I saw that we were kind of consolidating around TP1 and TP2. So I was kind of looking to see maybe if I had to invalidate this, if I were to get a sweep and sweep out my TP1 before getting my entry. Left a limit order, which I haven't been doing much lately. I've been really looking for confirmation candles on most of my trades, which I love. But in this case, I felt so strongly about the signal that I just left a resting limit order right here, and had my ATM at 4 points, which got me a little bit more than my TP1. And by the time I got back to the charts, trade had already won. So that was an awesome win right there. So let's see. Let's map out our morning, and let's go over what the account balances currently sit at. Considering yesterday we took a pretty nice uppercut to the chin, but we'll get into that right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, first off, we got a ton of high impact news this morning, including at 7:30 Central Time. I don't know why I said Eastern Time. We've got U.S. Durable goods and U.S. initial jobless claims. The jobless claims is going to be a big number for today. and that's going to be hitting in about 9 minutes. And then we've got existing home sales at 9 a.m. Central Time, which I am pretty interested in as well, obviously, with my line of work. So one thing I will tell you is I was very fortunate that this trade occurred prior to the high impact news. Not a super fan of taking trades during high impact news like that. So this here, honestly, right here, we had a good reaction to get to TP2, but we didn't. We came down, we tapped into what was really my buffer. I had a volume buffer right here separating my entry to my stop loss, and it played in. But now, depending on how this trade goes in the next 8 or 9 minutes, once the high impact news hits, it's a 50-50 proposition at that point. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's get into mapping out our morning here. Let me take off the entries so we can have a clean chart here. There we go. All right, so if we take a look at the volume profile, we've got a high cluster right here. We've got another node right, I'm gonna say right here. And then we've got this big old fat piece of juicy volume sitting right there. And that's a big chunk. That was a lot from yesterday. Yesterday, I could tell you another thing too is I saw a ton of huge orders entering in the market. I mean, I'm talking about like whales, 1,000, 1,100 contracts several times throughout the day. So it was definitely a day that some big players were stacking positions, getting into positions. So what that exactly means for the next couple of days, I don't really know. I wish I knew that, but I don't. All right, so nice little legs there on going up to TP2. All right, so sorry. We've got the volume mapped out. Let's jump into the 15-minute. Let's find our levels for the morning. All right, we got a level right here. Easy peasy. This broke structure. I'll put a level right there. If it actually comes in, there we go. Oh, we got another level right here. Shit, we got another level right here. And we got another level right here. Don't really need to map out this already. We've already mapped this one out on video. And then we've got the downsides already mapped out too. So we got an entry at 66.52 down to 66.50 that I'll be interested in here this morning. But depending on what happens with high impact news. Let's jump into the 5-minute. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, we already broke structure here. We got a 5-minute sucker right there. Let me change this guy to dash dotted so I can distinguish between a 5-minute and a 15-minute. We've got a level here. Dash dotted. We've got a level. This did not break structure. This did. I like it. Line. Dash dotted. Beautiful. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got another one here. Wow. Tons of levels. It was very choppy yesterday, so that usually will be very conducive for the levels. Make a case for one right here as well. All right, let's map it. All right. And again, if you're wondering, Rob, what the hell are you doing with all these lines in your chart, take a look at the video that I've got posted in my description. It'll show you how to do all of the levels. Okay, I can delete that. Now let me just jump into the, let's see, the 15 minute, just to see the volume profile expanded out just a little bit. All right, now let's see what we see on the charts. So going to the upside here, I like this one right here. So let me dash this one right here. Dash possible entry at the 66.87 for a short. TP1, very easy. Dash. So you guys can see as we come back up, we face resistance on the high volume node. We come right back down, easy non-resistance to our TP1. And then for our stop loss, let's see here. So I said I could make a case for this as a, I like it right here. Let's see what this does. Could this be a stop loss? I believe it can be. Red dash. Okay. And then TP2, right at the tip of that node, right there, you see it. That's where the resistance, you know what, right. Let's just make it super unresistant. That's a word, I don't think it's a word. Dash. All right. So we've got ourselves a setup here at the 66.87. We'd be targeting TP1 66.82, which is a pretty big target. I like it. TP1 66.82, TP2 66.80. And I believe, yeah, we got TP2 on that signal from this morning. Very nice. Okay. All right, so that's the ES. Let's take a look at the NQ. We already got these high volume areas mapped out. Beautiful. Volume nodes, we've got one, I would say, we got one right there. I would say we got one right there. And then we got these little guys up here. Guess I really don't need to map this one out yet. I got this one kind of covered already. So let's take a look at these two right here and this one down here. Let's jump. Ah, crapper. I'm on the 15 minute. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go to the 60 minute. I could delete this line. I'm not sure what that one's doing there. Delete that. It's an old 15 minute level. Delete the, well, we didn't get up there, so we'll leave that one. All right, now let's look at the volume profile. All right, so we've got this one mapped out really nicely. This one down here, you guys can see it coincides nicely with the peak. Right here. Right there. And this one, we've already got that one mapped out. All right, so let's take a look at these three volume areas. We'll jump down to the 15 minute. Let's find some levels, shall we? Boom, we got one right here. Easy. We got another one right here. Oh, price action's going nutty. I like it. Nope, this one already tapped into it. Did this break structure? Yeah, I guess I can make a case for this guy right here. Where else? And a nice one right there, but out of the high volume area. All right, we got it mapped out on the 15. Just make sure, yep, good. And let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see what we see. Okay, 5 minute and a 15 minute coincide perfectly on that one. I've got a setup here on the, sorry, not a setup, but I've got a 5 minute level. So I'll dot that one. Yeah, I could make a case for this one. This little guy right here. Nope, he tapped in. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Ooh. Look at this stack. Look at this stack. This is going to be a juicy area today, guaranteed. Dash. Dash. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do, son of a gun. Okay, this is our area is already mapped out. Beautiful. Let's delete the high volume areas, just so we can see what's up on our charts. Now let's jump to the 15-minute and let's see if we see any trade setups. All right, let's see what coincides here with the volume profile. So this is, I would say, a very similar entry to the ES. And I would need to push this down to right there. So I adjusted that by about 3 points, just to match up with the volume profile here. So let me dot this one. Excuse me. Dash. Okay. TP1. I mean, that's pretty simple. It's a big target. Let's go right to the middle, and then we'll put one right at the end of where the volume profile starts to peak out. All right, so now we've got this one. We can put this one in as green, dash, apply, green, and no, not the font. Why would I do that? Okay, green dash. All right, entry, and then this, I guess, would be our stop loss. Pretty simple. Red dash. And just like that, that's as simple as it gets for coming up with the setup here. Taking a short at the 24,682, targeting 24,661, and targeting 24,647. Easy peasy. So we've got a setup on the NQ that we're going to be looking at. From the top side, bottom side, we've got both sides covered. So we will we'll see what price action here has to do this morning. As far as the challenge, P&L sits at $228. We were yesterday at $559, so we definitely have some work based on that very poor day of trading yesterday. The rule-based mechanical strategies are currently down $282, so there's definitely, I'm not sure that this will be able to catch up with me for sure. But we'll see how the markets come up. If a setup hits or something changes, I'll come back on, I'll explain what I'm thinking, and you'll see the trades coming up here shortly. All right, quick little update here. Missed this trade here. Came 2 ticks away from my entry point that I wanted to see tapped into, and on the same 1-minute candle, pretty much took out my TP1. So kind of have to invalidate this, at least this level. I'll monitor what happens here between the 66.52 and the 66.50. Very, very highly defended right now. Got 30 minutes to the open, so we'll see here what we can get. All right, another quick update here. So spotted a setup here on the ES at the 66.16, taking along right back up to the 66.19. And TP2 would be 66.21. And on the NQ, I have spotted a short that I would be interested in at the 24,543 targeting 24,536 TP1. TP2 24,531. I'm sorry, 24,536 TP2, 31 TP2. God, I think I said that wrong. You guys can see it on the chart. So I'll take a look and see how price action reacts right here once we get up there. All right, so that was a little crazy one there. Got in on a limit order there on the 24,543. I think I'm just going to limit order into most of my NQ setups because it's just been missing too many signals that way. And I didn't necessarily like the TP2 that much anymore, so I was really trying to get to my break even. And as you guys could see, I got an error that price was above where my break even was at, which kind of sucked because all my brackets disappeared. And this account stayed pretty much at break even, but I had to pay for the commissions on that trade. Now, on my two cash accounts and my other funded accounts that I have copy traded to this, since this was still open without any brackets, I was able to close for a very small profit. I think about like 50 or 60 bucks. And I am trading those on the NQ, so that is a little bit of a bigger contract than the 5MQs. So that was the error message that you saw there. We did have a nice winner in gold. You guys probably just saw that one as well. So let's see what other setups I can find. All right, quick update. Looking at a setup here on the ES at the 6670. That should be at 70 right there. A lot of volume sitting right here, about 180 contracts right now. So very high area of interest right now. So we'll see. Honestly, realistic target would be the 66.65, but we'll see here if we get a confirmation. Stick around. Let's see if we can get this trade here. Might come in early. Let's see. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Come on. Tap into it before you hit my TP. Come on. Tap into it. One more tick. Come on. One more tick. Oh, really defended strongly. Come on. Not gonna give me a chance. Come on. Let's see. Okay, tapped in. Let's see. No confirmation yet. Nope. Ah, they blew through that one. Real strong. Nope. Not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Oh. Oh, crappers. Oh, man, right there. That would have been the signal right there. Right there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Ah, blessed, I missed it again. That was the bar right here. Let's see. 66.65 really needs to get rebalanced. Let's see. All right, not very interested at it right now. This is where sellers really stepped in. Man, I could take one right here. Shit. God, I want to take one right there. Oh, oh man. It's frustrating. Very frustrating. This was my signal right smackaroony right here. $66.65. I know it. Poor execution on my part. I should say poor non-execution on my part. All right, I'll come right back on once the 66.65 gets hit. Well, there you go. Knew that was going to happen. All right, give you guys an update. So took that loss on the first entry. A lot of volume stacking up at the 24,700. To be honest with you, where I had my initial stop loss would have protected me there. So it was just kind of a big stop loss. But I knew I had a bunch of volume here that could kind of help me. But the sellers started getting really strong right here. Actually, no, I'm sorry, right here. And I actually ended up lowering my risk here a little bit. So I'm actually still interested at this 24,700. I've got it at 24,699.50. We'll see if it's an area that they want to defend or not. Stick around. Well, that was a nail biter. I really didn't want to see them retest the 24,700. Got a confirmation candle right around here. And knew that that 670 was being well defended. Um, but to be honest with you, yeah, no, I like that one. I like that trade. Um, we'll still take a look at it right over here and see if this comes to play. All right, so thinking about something here that you don't see me do much of, but I'd really like to take a short all the way down to the 24,622. It's an area that I think just really needs to get rebalanced. My only issue is that I would love to see them tap into this 24,700 first, and then take a really big trade with a very, very small risk to reward. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It might go without me, but that's the plan here. I mean, it's a big. I'd be risking a lot coming in right here, just because of the fact that it could very easily retest this 24,700, and I know that typically I have much smaller scalps, but it looks so kind of clear to me where what they're trying to do right now. So we'll see. We'll see if I get in here. May even reduce my position size to maybe like 3 micros, but I don't know. Maybe just keep it at the 5. If I get this 24,700, I would keep it at 5, real tight stop. I mean, just a huge risk to reward there on that trade if everything pans out. All right, stick around. Well, I think I lost my opportunity on that trade. We did get a pullback up here, actually right around here at the 24,681. I was contemplating getting in, but I think I might have missed this trade. This is definitely 24,622 is the target for damn sure. That sucks. I would have made the whole month right there in that trade. Let's see what happens right here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I missed it. All right, if anything changes, I'll be right back. I'm looking at this one like a hawk. I know my risk to reward now sucks ass. So probably not the smartest trade at this point, because we might want to bounce around here a little bit, rebalance some of this volume that we've been kind of churning through. 650. Oh, yeah. Maybe a little pullback here would be nice. A little pullback. Let's see. Come on. A little pullback would be nice. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. What happens? Well, they rebalanced a little bit of the area that I was thinking about. Trade looks a little better now. All right, I'm going to keep monitoring it. Definitely a better entry at this point.
But I'd have to see something super convincing right now. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I tried. I I saw a good confirmation. It's probably still going to work out, but just wanted to really let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Line in the sand right now would be at the 643. 643 is right there. It's probably where I should have put my stop. I should have left the stop there, but let's see. Thought we'd get a strong push to the downside, to be honest with you. And we could even see the 15, 16. We could see that for sure. Well, I gave it a shot. So, anything. I made, I don't know, 30 bucks. 20 bucks maybe on that trade. Make sure I'm out of all my positions. I sure am. Okay. All right, keep saying it. I'll be back if anything interesting happens here. Good stop loss protection there. For sure. Once they broke that line in the sand, I'm just not interested anymore. Not interested anymore. All right, we'll see if there's any other setups that we can find. And I'm going to still take a look at this 24/700. I've been talking about it for about an hour and a half, so I'll take a look. And not defended as strongly anymore. There still is a good amount of selling pressure. Mark my words. Let's map this guy right here. This right here will be revisited today. All right. I think I told you guys where we would 100% see price action tap into and rebalance right exactly to the area. Now, I was hoping we can get, like I said, an entry up here. That would have been a great risk to reward. But we'll keep looking, see what else we can find. All right, so it was another battle here today, to be honest with you. Saw the market decently well. Took that one loser that I guess I should have kept my stop where it was at. I reduced my risk a little bit, and I did get stopped out, but I was able to take a secondary trade off of a confirmation candle there to kind of bring me back to 100 bucks for the day. So all in all, I don't know. I'd give myself probably a B minus trading today. As far as the mechanical strategies, we had a winner in gold, took a loser in oil, pretty much canceled each other out, and no trade in the 15-minute Rob reversal, which we have not had. We have not had a trade here since the 23rd. So was that Monday? So 2 days, no trades there. What I'm looking for tomorrow, the 6670 is an area still that interests me greatly on the ES. And then we've got this set up at the 6687 on the ES that I'd be pretty interested in going into a very high volume node. So we'll see how that plays out for tomorrow. And then as far as the NQ, we got some setups to the upside. There's two possibilities here on the NQ. that I'm going to take a look at. Just got to see a little bit with price action order book. I'll do that tonight. And that's about it. We'll mark it up again for tomorrow and try to get these last few days of the challenge strong with some winners so we can win. We can end off the challenge and have a funded account that's going to have some profits in it. All right, guys. Take care.